You get these indictments, there ends up, you got to join D.C., you get convicted and sentenced. Does that stop your campaign for president if you're sentenced?
Not at all. There's nothing in the Constitution to say that it could, and not at all. And even the radical left crazies are saying, no, that wouldn't stop. And it wouldn't stop me either.
Trump can't stop and certainly won't stop. Nope. Despite several indictments, legal troubles that keep piling up, and pleas from his former colleagues and acquaintances, Trump is still running for president. And what's maybe more interesting is that he's currently polling very well amongst Republican voters. So either they don't care about the trouble he's in, they don't know about it, or they think this is all one big witch hunt, despite overwhelming evidence from several different and separate cases that shows that it's not a witch hunt. Also, there's the fact that the only other viable Republican candidate right now that they have to choose from is Ron DeSantis, and he is hardly an inspiring figure. And what's maybe more surprising is that there are no rules or laws that say that Trump can't run for president amidst all of this. But as we know by now, everything about this guy is unprecedented. We've never had a situation quite like this one before. So Thursday night, Special Prosecutor Jack Smith filed a surprise indictment against the former president. It's what's called a superseding indictment, and it adds charges to the previously issued indictment regarding the retention of classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. Now, Trump is being accused of attempting to destroy evidence that prosecutors had asked for.
After the FBI search of the property, the government demanded surveillance video. The next day, prosecutors say the former president called his property manager and spoke for 24 minutes. 2 days later, according to the indictment, De Oliveira and Nauta, quote, went to look at surveillance video in a security booth and walked through a tunnel with flashlights pointing out surveillance cameras. A few days after that, De Oliveira met with a security employee in an audio closet, telling him that, quote, the boss wanted the server deleted.
So now there are 3 new charges against Trump and 2 of his employees: attempting to alter, destroy, mutilate, or conceal evidence, asking someone else to do so, and showing a classified national security document to people in Bedminster, New Jersey. The document was marked as top secret, and according to the indictment, it was, quote, a presentation concerning military activity in a foreign country. That foreign country was Iran. The indictment alleges that once the DOJ requested video surveillance footage from Trump's legal team as a part of their investigation, Trump spoke with his valet, Walt Nauta, and his head of maintenance at Mar-a-Lago, Carlos de Oliveira. The 2 men then instructed a 3rd employee to delete the footage the DOJ was asking for, though it is unclear whether or not the footage was actually deleted. For the indictment, it doesn't really matter. The attempt on its own is criminal. Trump is directly linked to that attempt. In the earlier indictment, Oliveira had not been implicated, just Nauta and Trump. Also, the earlier indictment was centered around efforts to obstruct the government from reclaiming the classified documents. In other words, when the government repeatedly asked Trump to return the documents to the National Archive, he made several attempts to mislead government officials, to deny that he even had the documents, and then to hide them. Now, we know that he not only tried to hide classified materials, but he attempted to destroy evidence. Even one of Trump's own former lawyers has called the evidence against him in the Mar-a-Lago case overwhelming.
Well, I think this original indictment was engineered to last 1,000 years, and now it will last, the superseding indictment will last to antiquity. I mean, this is such a tight case. The evidence is so overwhelming. It's very difficult to imagine how Trump could say that his lawyers met with Jack Smith today to explain to him that he hadn't done anything wrong.
Kevin McCarthy is unbothered by these new indictments and continues to support Trump while attempting to redirect the conversation towards Biden's mishandling of documents. It makes no sense that the mishandling of documents is somehow worse to Kevin McCarthy than deliberately hiding documents and attempting to destroy evidence, but apparently sensibility is too much to ask from our leaders in government. Also, Mitch McConnell will not be stepping down from his position in the Senate despite his very recent and very public health scare, although I can't imagine that comes as a surprise to anyone. After watching that video, it had never even occurred to me that Mitch McConnell would step down for his health because, that would have made too much sense. And John Bolton is asking once again for Trump to suspend his presidential campaign, saying that America will suffer needlessly because of Trump's selfishness and self-interest. it. Now, I'm sure that between the time I film this and the time that you watch this, more will come out regarding Trump's latest troubles, but I do want to say that Trump's troubles are very much our own troubles. What he's going through now is a reflection of our country and our democracy. The fact that he was elected president in the first place, the fact that he claims to have won a second term while running for a third, the fact that he still has unwavering support among Republicans, it's all reflective of our nation's troubles, the divisiveness, the partisanship, the cult-like conspiratorial thinking, and more. Where we are today is where we were always headed. Now, I don't know if Trump will ever serve time in prison. In fact, I'm inclined to believe that he won't. I think he would sooner flee the country than he would sit in a cell somewhere. That's not a prediction necessarily, but I think we've all seen him evade accountability enough times to know that he probably already has a getaway plan. I mean, he just took out a $225 million loan from a small bank in California, allegedly to prevent some of his properties from foreclosing, but, maybe not. All right, that's it for me. If you got anything out of this, please like and subscribe to the channel and be sure to follow me on all the socials. Thanks.